Right, it's been a while. Well, I think I might have got the thing on the camera there. It's been a while since I've done a video, well, a few days, because my arm just isn't being very happy, so this might not go very well. My arm is feeling better today, this arm here. But it's going to take a long time, I think, to heal, which is making me sad. Especially because I can't stop using it. But anyway, today we've got a Lego Movie collectible minifigure. So I kind of mentioned this a few videos back that I got this. I hope this is the right thing because it's going to be kind of interesting. So let's open it up and see what's inside. And it better be what I want it to be. So I thought about this. I thought, oh wow, actually it'd be really neat to get this particular minifigure, which wasn't a high priority when I went through the phase of getting these ones, but there's something about it that's going to be kind of cool. So anyway, it is. Oh, what is it? It is a swamp monster in a plastic bag for some reason. I'm not too sure why. I don't have to open it up. We already know what everything is. You've already seen the movie. I've even seen the movie, so that's fine. They've got a little whip, which doesn't come in the plastic bag. So I do not understand the double bagging. That's what I've got to look up on the internets tomorrow to find out why they're doing that. So they're quite cool. They've got two different colours. They're a strange sort of light. I wasn't actually expecting them to be a light green. Of what I remember of them in the movie, they're very briefly seen. They're off there in their apocalyptic place. I forgot what it's called now. But they're in the background, and to me it was like, well, it's kind of some sort of weird reference back to an old, like, theme that they had for a while. These sort of monster, I think it was called Monster Hunters or Monster something or other. Well, we're going to find out actually. Maybe we will. And I looked it up, and that's the only time that I actually had seen this sort of swamp monster type creature before. But I think there's another set, and I forgot what it was because I looked it up a while ago, where the different color. This headpiece does appear in another set. I think it was like a Batman set or something like that, or some sort of superhero thing. But I thought that was kind of interesting, and I did like the set that I originally got one of these in. I thought, wow, shame I couldn't do this, compare this on this video, because I wouldn't have any idea where that set was. But guess what? What if we actually could do an unbox and do the set that it came in? And it turns out that I do, in fact, it's Monster Fighters, not Monster Hunters. It turns out that I do, in fact, have an unopened box of this from, and it is 2012, I think. I better just double check this. It might have been a bit early. No, it's definitely 2012. So 2012, strange things were happening. So this is kind of like, this reminds me of, like, I think Atlantis and a couple of other themes where they have these little collectible things that are in different sets and you have to get each item. This is the Swampy thing. It's a swamp creature, not a swamp monster. I should do that. So we're gonna do this set very quickly, and hopefully it isn't too hard on my arms. And actually, my arm is hurting already, so that's not a good sign. And it's still got this kind of thummy thing. Maybe I shouldn't have opened it with this. Maybe I should have tried to keep it. But hey, it doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter. Let's just make a video out of these things. That's more important than keeping a boxed edition of this, which is probably worth a bit of money, but it's oh well. And here we go. Here's the instructions. And let's open this bit up. And we can get straight to the punch here, just in case my arm gets too painful. We'll make up the swamp monster from this set, and then we'll compare. So there's some obviously noticeable differences. The colouring is slightly different. So I'm assuming in the movie that this was a reference to the series. Like, it wasn't just a random character. It's very strange. I don't know how. Like, I actually really like this series. So this came out before the other one with the train. So this is well before that one, and it was just, I liked it. It had. There's another set that I had with I think it's got Frankenstein in it. Frankenstein's monster, and it's a No, it had Dracula in it, and I had the one with the werewolf. I think I had two of the ones with the werewolf. So I got most of the smaller size, and up to about the medium size. So one that I didn't get was the giant one that had Frankenstein's monster in it, and I got the one with Dracula, I think, which was the medium sized one. So anyway, this is the apocalyptic one. I've completely forgotten the name of the thing. And this is this one. So I think the heads are exactly the same. So let's just compare the heads. So this is a lighter color than the original, which is a darker green. So that's one big difference. But it's the same. It appears to be pretty much the same piece. And then you've got, get them the right way around. Their heads appear to be very similar. They're slightly different in the printings, I think. This one seems a bit lighter, but they're mostly the same. Like, it's very similar. Like, not too different. But the actual bodies are quite different. But I guess that because you've got to go with the theme. Which is quite. It makes it look like in this one here they're actually wearing some sort of clothing, and they've taken it off and they're going shirtless in this one. Which is strange, but the green, this dark green, this particular green doesn't actually appear on this one at all. So that's strange. What's at the back? So the back marking, so the head is the same head. Pretty much, we'd say it's the same head. But this one's not double, well it is two colours, but it's not two colours in the same way as this one is. So that's quite neat. I like that. But let's just quickly build the set because we've opened it up. We're going through and doing this. It's got another character in it too, who's got that rather cool hairpiece. Which, I don't know, this may have been the first time that I saw this hairpiece. So, this kind of like Elvis style hairpiece. Because they're like the hotshot monster hunter. And they've got like a proper little... Oh no, it's just a standard sort of gun. Little revolver gun. Which is a bit sad. Like, I feel like swamp monsters shouldn't, are underappreciated. There's a TV series, isn't there, about a DC thing about swamp creatures or something that I heard about a while ago and then didn't hear anything else about, so I don't know how good it is. Or if it came out, or what even was happening with that. I don't really know. But get a frog thing. Oh, that frog thing was going to remind me of something. Can I actually reach it from here? No, I can't see it. Well, that's a letdown. Because there's something about frogs that I wanted to talk about. Because I went and bought something recently, which I've already got a couple of already. But it's very much related to frogs. And Lego, of course. It's a Lego frog related thing. So this is quite neat because this is it's all sort of slimy green. So this is not like water. This is not interesting because it's not like did I knock the camera? I did knock the camera. I think the lighting is very different today. I don't know why. It's not coming up the same on the camera. Did I change the settings? I think I did. Right, anyway, it's like, what was I saying? This actually looks like there's jelly on the ground. Why would they put jelly on the ground? I've completely forgotten what I was saying. So it wasn't worth talking about. And then this is, I don't think I have any other ones in this kind of, that's that awesome green that they put in things. This is like the best green. This and the sort of dark green are my favorite ones. So I don't know if you can tell what kind of green that is, but it's the kind of green that, it's a little bit, I'm going to call it murky green. Murky green. I think that's the green that they made that Fishman set thing out of. There's actually a fish selling shop that I travel past sometimes, and it's actually in a very similar colour to that fish. Looks very white in there, but it's actually grey. A very similar coloured fish painting to that Fisherman's House Lego Ideas set that I'm kind of referencing here. Ooh, okay. Alright. I'm sure my arm will be fine. It's actually worse today than it was yesterday. And I think, well, I'm probably overdoing it. I'm not really typing anymore. And I built my little device to help me do mouse wheel stuff without using a mouse wheel, which is actually working out pretty good. And in fact, you can control it with without using my fingers at all. I can just rub up against a little joystick controller, which is just, it says hidden under here. Where it is. Yeah. Here's my little prototype. It's looking kind of exciting. So I can actually just move it with my hand like that, which is neat. Since I've now become a left-handed mouse user and not a right-handed one, because I'm actually right-handed, and my left-handed handwriting has improved dramatically recently. Not dramatically, because I was already reasonably okay at writing with my left hand. But I'm kind of hoping that I can get it, a lot closer to the sort of level of ease that I can do with my right hand. And I think what helps is actually not using your right hand to do any writing at all. So I've tried over the years many times to try and get good at writing with my opposite hand, and I only seem to get a certain point before I get bored. But I think it's just because I'm still using my right hand, and so I go back to that. But once you sort of get into it, like with the mouse, like when I first started using a mouse with my left hand, it was really difficult, and I wasn't very accurate. And now it's just like I don't even really think about it. It's just fine. It's just do it. So. That could be a plus. Like, I'm pretty sure I'm going to recover from my RSI as long as I stop typing, and lay off for a good at least a month, and probably 2. And then after that, just really concentrate on looking after myself and doing everything properly, which I have done. Like, I think I've shifted everything around. It's just that you have to take your time to get these things to recover. And if you're not careful, you're just going to end up where you just realize, I guess these plastic things are in the way. But anyway, this is fun. There's not too much to say about this yet. I should doing that whole thing where I'm not talking about the Lego. And what are you going to, like, who watches these videos? Like, I have to say, what's the use case of this video? Like, what are the people in the use case? What are the target demographics? People who want to listen to someone talking about the Lego as they're making it. I am talking about the Lego. I do like this piece. Of course, everybody likes this piece. I wonder if this piece is actually used often as a cog, with a sort of serrated outside or corrugated outside, and because you could use it in a Technic set. It's got a little cross in the middle. Does it ever get used? What would it? You could use it up against another one. I'm going to try that one day. I'm going to get a couple of these. It's definitely making me think of the Atlantis series, because there's one with some pillars that look like that. And I was quite excited to get that set, actually. In fact, we may end up doing that exact set that I'm thinking of, because I bought a couple of them and I've only done one, and I gave one away, and I still have one remaining. So that will be a fun set to do again. Then maybe I should just stop with using up the old sets that I could sell for something at some point, or not. Who knows? I am a bit on the low on the cash side, so always on the low on the cash side. But that's why I'm not buying many new sets. But I'm going to buy another little new set soon. And we've got to have these. It's got that funny sort of colouring where it looks like it's supposed to be silvery, but somehow it doesn't look silvery. It just looks like they've misprinted it. They ran out of ink halfway through, or whatever they used to make these things. Today I looked up die casting, and I always thought when you see die cast toys, that I don't know why, but my brain is always like, oh, it's something to do with how they paint it. It's not. It's how they mold the metal. But it's like, oh, I get, because it's dye. You think, oh, dye. It's something to do with. I'm missing a piece here, aren't I? I've lost something. There it is. So this is gonna. I remember this. This is a very strange thing. Yes, it's to do with. It's a dye, as in a different use of the word, and I just thought, oh, that must be how they paint it. And that's why they were saying these are die-cast toys, because they were painted this way. It's like, what this? The painting's never really the most exciting part of those things. All right, why do they not use? Like, again, it's like these strange situations. Couldn't they have used that piece that's just one of these done together? Like, because you can get that. I guess it could. Oh no, it has to freely spin, of course. But then it doesn't have to freely spin, because doesn't this thing spin around? Yeah, that doesn't even move. Like, the fact that it freely spins is completely irrelevant. Who knows? But it's fun. It's good that way, right? It spins very smoothly now. And okay. I was gonna try and speed up and do 2 videos a night again, but that's not gonna work. I think I'm gonna have to stop after this and not do any more. But you do get a spare one of those. I guess there's quite a few leftover pieces here, so I've obviously got a bit more work to do. and it's got this. So this is pre little special gun shooting thing. So they probably, if they did this today, if they had this set reissued, they'd have those little guns on the side that you can flick the little stud pieces out by. But you do get these pieces, and these are always good value for something. Looking odd. I feel like if I was doing a Technic set, it would be neat to do something with this, and then use the little pointy bit for something cool. So the opposite way around to what it's been used here. And let's put these in. I feel like you should have also got like 4 of these missiles and not 2. Well, wait. These little blue things. Where are these going to come into it? I've completely oh, alright, okay, here we go. They do come into this. Right down below. Maybe, since it's actually beginning to hurt quite bad. Alright, I better just finish it. I better just do it with my left hand. That this is something to do with me doing these things that's actually giving me the problem. It's not typing. So my right hand has now disappeared. Alright, I have to hold it. I have to hold this for a bit. Alright. So I'm gonna put my right hand away for every so often. I think we finished it, so we did it. And we've got a lot of guns. So he carries 2 guns at the same time, right? So this guy shoots 2 guns at the same time. Which, as you know, well, I don't know anything about guns, but I do know, because people keep saying this, and it makes a lot of sense, that shooting 2 guns at once is kind of a dumb thing and doesn't really work. So if you see people doing that in the movies, that's not how anybody who uses guns would ever do it. And so that, and then we've got a lot of spare pieces, and I feel like because there's 2 green things, I've done something wrong, haven't I? Well, I don't see why I've got 2 green spares, but they can put another one there. And I can't be bothered turning the pages back, because... Oh, no, wait. No, there are 3 in there. 3, maybe 2, 3. Yeah, well, no, they're okay, they're there now. So, quite a few spare pieces, and you get this piece here, which actually I forgot to put in, which is the collectible bits. So there would be a different little collectible piece in each thing, and this is the Swamp Monster one, the easiest one to get because it was the cheapest. So that was quite fun. It's good. And so you've got this, and then it has a little propeller thing. It's like that little, I don't know what these things are called because I don't live in gator country. But if I was driving around in swamps, I'd have one of these. What would they be? I'm sure I know the name. So there we go. That is, if you do not know, and if you watch the movie, the Lego Movie 2, and you saw this guy in the background, briefly, and then you wondered why you could get them in the collectible minifigures, what they were referencing, well, it is, I believe, I'm going to say, I guess, this set here. And this is the original. So I hope that was interesting, and hopefully I can continue to make more videos. And that I'm going to just have to hope that my arm starts to get better soon. So I'm just hoping, like, it's been, like I said, I sort of mucked up a little bit last week. What did I do? I was just doing stuff last weekend, and it just got worse and worse and worse. And then, because of Halloween, I wanted to make a little robot thing, skeleton thing. And I tried, and that just made it worse during the week. So I haven't really given it enough to really start the beginning process of healing. So I think that's why today it's got a bit worse, because yesterday I was carrying a lot of stuff around and using my arm all the time, and so today I think considerably better with what I was doing. So hopefully tomorrow it'll be fine, and there'll be more videos, and we've got another exciting video. I've actually got tons of stuff to do, and the next video I'm just going to do real quick, it's going to be a short one, is in fact going to also refer back to characters from here and the past and have a little look at things. So thanks for watching, and bye.